Dana, what a night. 3 belts changed hands. Just summarize for us how you're feeling about the evening.
I mean, I always say that this sport's all about holy shit moments. There were a lot of holy shit moments tonight. Crazy. There's something about the Garden. Every time we're in the Garden, fights are amazing.
So, fight of the night. Who gets it? Can you get more than 2? What?
It's been a tough choice. So we literally did no fight of the nights. We just gave out all performance bonuses, more than usual too. So
was this the best card of all time in your opinion?
Yeah, it could be. It really could be. What makes this sport so exciting is, nobody picked Rose to win that fight. I mean, nobody. She was like plus 550, and for her to go out and do what she did, to who she did it to, the way that she did it is just ridiculous. Insane.
Is this reminiscent of Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm, in the way that nobody really thought she could be beaten and then it happened?
It was very much like that. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
And let's talk about the return.
From Brazil right now. What can you talk about the 2 Brazilians who were in the card tonight?
So this kid Costa, holy shit. There's another holy shit. I mean, that guy. What's crazy is when you look at a guy like him, right? And he has the physique that he has, so much muscle, but he never slows down. No matter how hard punches are being thrown, no matter what's going on, no matter how crazy they get, that guy keeps the same pace the entire time. He is, I think that kid's going to be a star, and I think he's going to be a force in that division.
The return of Georges St. Pierre, it went as he wanted it to go. He becomes the middleweight champion, joins a select group of people to have held belts in 2 weight classes. He was a little bit non-committal, though, about the Whittaker fight to defend the belt, but you've put it in his contract, right?
Yeah.
Is this happening?
Yeah, he's fighting Whittaker. Yeah.
Conor's not an option. I mean, that fight would just be gargantuan.
No. We've never even considered, talked about, or anything with Conor, ever.
It's probably unlikely that this will take place in Perth. So, is GSP going to want everyone back in Canada? Is that something that could happen?
I don't know. We'll see how this thing plays out.
So this was the first time replay was used, and they used it in the second fight. So what is your reaction towards that?
Yeah, I'm a fan of replay. I think they use it in every other major sport, and it works. I mean, why not? We have the technology. We make it available for the judges and the commission and the refs. Why not do it?
But do you think it was a fair outcome for Olynyk in the fight where it was used? I mean,
no.
They basically got grazed, and the ref calls it off before you even get a chance to look at the replay.
That ref had a rough night. Yeah.
What can you say about?
To talk about making fights, but is there any rematches in the horizon right now?
Oh, I mean, there's nothing but rematches. I mean, I don't know if I turn around and do all these rematches right away, but definitely have some rematches after tonight.
What can you say about Michael Bisping? We know you're a big fan of Mike. Where do you think he goes from here?
Yeah, I consider Mike a friend, and the guy's been tough and durable his whole career. He's been here forever. Never turned down a fight ever. I have a lot of respect for him. We'll see what happens next.
TJ was saying that he wants to face Demetrius Johnson in the future instead of doing a rematch with Cody. Do you think that would be a good idea?
To rematch who?
To fight Demetrius Johnson instead of rematching Cody in the future.
TJ versus Demetrius Johnson. He wants that fight.
That's what he said. I don't know. You started this off with, I know you don't make fights tonight, but I don't know. I got to get home and we'll see. And the one thing about Michael Bisping that I'm happy for is tonight was a big night for him. Guy's been in here for a long time. Remember I told you guys this thing was going to do 1 million pay-per-view buys? I was wrong. It did a lot more than 1 million. So
how close was it?
It was huge. It was a huge event. I don't know if we're going to hit 2, but it was well over 1 million. And we're going to break the record in Canada. And so it was a big night for Mike. And he got his big fight that he wanted. So I'm happy for him.
What do you think you're going to remember most from this wild night?
I just every time I leave the Garden, I'm blown away by how great the night was. So we did it here again. New York's a great place to put on fights. I love it, and I look forward to coming back.
Do you think you get that number 2 spot here at the Garden? You said that's the spot you want.
We will get that number 2 spot. We should have got it this time, but I think we made some mistakes that we won't make next time.
It seems like whenever people start to doubt the UFC, one of these big nights happens.
It's not even one of these big nights. We're on track for the biggest year ever in the company's history. I talked about this yesterday. I got a little crazy on you guys, but
that was fun.
It's like you have people talking about the business side of this that know nothing about business. They know nothing about business. You know, a year before we sold the company for $4.025 billion, people were talking about how it was over and pay-per-view was dead and the demise of the UFC. Now WME bought it and this and that and everything else. What's his name called me, you know, I was talking about Cowherd said that, you know, I'm not an owner anymore, which is incorrect. I am an owner still. And that I'm a, what do you call it, a guy who comes in and, what? Consultant. Yeah, I'm a consultant. I mean, shut the fuck up. It's just, it's annoying. You know, it's just annoying. And people, you imagine if I was going around talking about people's business that I had no idea what I was talking about. If you guys ever want to doubt somebody, don't fucking doubt me, ever. As long as I'm here, believe me when I tell you, we're going this way. I promise you that.
It's better than in a sport. It's better than in a sport you see 3 like insane moments like that in one night. Is that what makes the sport so special?
Yeah, you know, this is one of those sports that, you know, like I said, how many people picked Rose to win that fight? She was plus 550, and she goes out and does what she did in the first round. It's what makes this sport so exciting and so fun that you think you don't know shit until it happens and plays out. It's amazing, you know, how hard she was hitting and how poised she was and how controlled she was through the whole press conference. And, you know, it's... Then you got Cody and Dillashaw. That fight was different because you have two guys that are super talented, super fast, do not like each other, and anything was possible in that fight. I think, you know, obviously Cody was the favorite, but still, you're dealing with two really talented guys.
Did you see any likelihood that you'd see George striking out in the open field and land a left hook and drop Bisping?
Well, here's the thing with you know, George striking. Bisping has great takedown defense. Even on his back, he did a lot of damage to St. Pierre from his back. He split him open, was hitting him with big elbows and punches, made George really uncomfortable on top. Bisping is dangerous everywhere he goes. You know, after that exchange on the ground and he cut him open, I was like, George was doing better standing up than going on the ground. He took a lot of shots and got cut, and you could tell the cut was bothering him. Blood was running in his eyes. Yeah, it was, you know, and the thing is with wrestling Bisping too, you got to expend a lot of energy, you know? And what's crazy is, leading up to this thing, Bisping kept talking about how small George is. He's tiny. He looked big tonight, man. He looked bigger than Mike. It was pretty crazy.
Need to ask you, Dana, about Volkan Ozdemir, who we spoke to earlier, and he said that, you know, potentially he is fighting DC next for the light heavyweight title.
Yeah.
Confirm that?
I don't know if it's definitely a done deal, but that's what we're looking at, yeah.
Boston?
I don't know. Probably.
Who got the bonuses tonight?
Huh?
Who got the bonuses tonight, the performance bonuses?
Well, obviously Rose got one, GSP got one. We gave one to, Dillashaw.
Costa?
No, Costa didn't get one. I split one. I gave one to spinning
Ramos.
elbow. Yep, and that's my boy from Looking for a Fight, and OSP.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to Joanna since the fight?
I haven't. I haven't seen any of these guys yet. I've been out there in the madness.
And I know a lot of them are your friends as well as kiss across to Cynthia there.
Yes,
she's a real upcoming fighter as well.
She's
Could she be a contender to Rose in the near future? Cynthia Cavalli?
She is, yeah. She's a tough one, man, and she's ready to roll. She wants to, you know, bust into that top 5. So we'll see what happens.
You're really surprised by anything that happens. Were you surprised at just how good George was after a 4-year layoff?
Yeah, definitely. Michael Bisping is no joke. You come back after a 4-year layoff, move up a weight class and take on Michael Bisping. You know, Bisping was offended because everybody thinks he's the easy fight. Show me one fight where Bisping was an easy fight. He's never an easy fight. So yeah, big props to George for the comeback.
You read doubting him. You said he didn't have the fire anymore a few years back. But
Yeah.
saying that,
Yeah, hey, absolutely. Hey, he came back, he fought at 185, and he won the title. So,
Thanks,
congrats, George St. Pierre.
Thank you, Dan.
Bye, guys.
Big night, aren't you?